Former Vice President Mike Pence stopped in the upstate today. He spoke about the leaked Supreme Court draft opinion to overturn Roe v. Wade.
WYFF News 4's Carlos Flores is live in Spartanburg. And Carlos, what did he have to say?
Good evening. Tonight, former Vice President Pence spoke at the Carolina Pregnancy Center's Spring Gala, days after that leaked draft opinion was made public. Now, Pence says this could possibly be a huge win for the sanctity of life. It was a packed house at the Spartanburg Memorial Auditorium, and tonight the former vice president spoke to attendees and the media about how he hopes that leaked document becomes a reality.
We may well be in a place where 5 justices of the Supreme Court are poised to overturn Roe versus Wade and give the American people a fresh start on life by returning the question of abortion to the states and to the American people.
A decision he says should have been left to the states in the first place.
An issue of such magnitude that bears upon the very sanctity of human life ought to fall to the American people and their elected representatives.
He doubled down on these comments in his speech at tonight's gala.
That soon and very soon, the Supreme Court of the United States may well overturn Roe versus Wade and give the American people a new beginning for life.
A fight he believes is beyond politics.
I must tell you, having been involved in the cause of the right to life for all of my adult life, politics is the least of my concerns. I think we have a historic opportunity to restore the sanctity of life to the center of American law, and I welcome that.
Outside of the auditorium, protesters chanted the need for choice and standing together in the midst of a life-changing decision.
Us as women, we are pulling together. We need to have a right and a voice.
Former Vice President Pence says now if this opinion becomes a reality, he believes more resources will be available for young women and unwed mothers who become pregnant. For now, live in Spartanburg, Carlos Flores, WYFF News 4.